Day 10, Isaiah 30, 15 through 18. I recently watched a movie that told the story of the United States being attacked by an unknown threat. As the danger became clear, authorities followed every established protocol, every contingency plan designed to neutralize an enemy. But this threat was not a person or even a known nation. It was a fast-approaching nuclear missile, already in motion and already too close. One by one, the plans failed. There was no clear solution, only the growing weight of urgency and fear. In Isaiah 30, Judah finds itself under a similar kind of pressure. The Assyrian Empire, the dominant military power of the day, was threatening to invade Jerusalem. The danger was real and immediate. Judah responds in a way that makes sense. They look for security where other nations look for security. They turn to military strength. They pursue alliances that promise protection. They prepare to act quickly, decisively, and strategically. But God invites Judah to respond to the threat with a different strategy. Through the prophet Isaiah, God tells his people that salvation will not come through speed or strength, but through returning and resting. Through repentance that leads them back into trustful dependence on him. Strength, he says, is found not in frantic action, but in quietness and trust. Judah is not convinced. Rest feels passive. Quiet feels risky. Trust feels insufficient in the face of such a powerful enemy. That tension is important to notice. God does not deny the reality of the threat, nor does he minimize their fear. Instead, he names a deeper issue beneath their strategy, their instinct to secure themselves apart from him. Judah's problem is not ultimately military, it's relational. Under pressure, they reach for control instead of returning to God. Most of us are not facing invading armies, but many of us live with pressures that feel just as urgent, circumstances that demand action, decisions that feel heavy, situations that whisper, if you don't do something now, everything will fall apart. Isaiah 30 invites us to notice how quickly urgency shapes our posture. When pressure rises, rest feels irresponsible, and quiet feels unproductive. Only after exhausting every other option does trust begin to feel viable. So instead, we act. We plan with security and urgency in mind, not always because we are faithless, but because we are afraid. Isaiah points us towards something deeply counterintuitive: resting, quieting, and trusting in the face of adversity. Rest may look like passivity, but it is a refusal to live as if everything depends on us. Quietness may appear disengaged, but it's actually attentiveness. Trust may seem like denial of danger, but it is confidence in the greater power of God's presence. And then comes one of the most surprising lines in the passage. After naming Judah's resistance, Isaiah says that the Lord waits to be gracious to them. God is not rushing away in disappointment. He's not withholding mercy until they get it right. Instead, he waits. He longs to show mercy. He desires to be gracious. This matters, especially during Lent. When fasting reveals our impatience, our fear, or our desire for control, God does not meet us with condemnation. He meets us with patience. Isaiah reminds us that the Lord is a God of justice, and that those who wait for him are blessed. Waiting here is not passive resignation. It is choosing to remain with God in the tension rather than escaping it. It is trusting that he is at work even when the threat feels close and the outcome uncertain. God is not in a hurry. He is waiting to be gracious. Here's a question to consider. Where do you feel pressure to act or secure control when God may be inviting you to return to rest and trust instead? Prompt for prayer. Bring before God whatever feels most urgent or unresolved today. You do not need to solve it. Sit with him in that place, naming what feels difficult, and allow moments of hunger or discomfort to become a quiet turning toward his presence.